your statement is a call to action. Now, a lot of these, I'm going to go into it here. A call to action, again, is a phrase or text that is used to tell a user exactly what actions to take and how to take it. Now, a lot of these you can use in print, like for your website. So you can use these for speaking as well as text. So again, as we're going along, some of them you may not want to say in your video, but you do want to say, like if you're doing an email campaign, if you're sending out mailers, if it's on your website, right? And again, so be consistent with this. And just because you may not want to use it in your video doesn't mean you don't want to use it in a text form somewhere, okay? And again, what you want to incorporate in these call to actions is this sense of immediacy, right? It's not like, well, think about it for 3 weeks. And then, if you feel like you want to get together with me, then, send me an email. It's not like that. It's immediate. You want them to do something now. And you want to create a sense of urgency to do it now. And the urgency may be, it's going to go away for today only, for the next 2 hours, or, whatever you want to put in your video. Now, again, if you're doing something like that, it's only good for 2 hours, you need to keep redoing videos. So again, you want to think that through. There's a time for that, and then there's a time for creating a video that will stand the test of time. Fear of missing out. This is great, right? You want to have in your video, if you don't take action now, you're going to miss out. And everybody who does take action now, they're going to be winners, right? So again, you want to do it not so it's obnoxious, but again, create the urgency, fear of missing out. Again, make it time sensitive. And again, Andrew is brilliant at creating these really cool short videos that you can create that you'd say lasts for a week or a day, right? That's what his brilliance is. And then again, you always want to say, what is the benefit to people reaching out to you and using your services? Why would they want to? What will they get from it? And again, you want to have an emotional element, because people make their money decisions emotionally. Then they follow up with their logic to give them a reason that they did it, right? But that first one is an emotional. So again, you really need to keep tapping into people's emotions. So what can they look like? So again, it's like, go here. So this would be for a text. Go here to, what do you want the user to do today, right? So again, this could be on your website. Again, if you're doing not a mailer, but again, if you have an email going out, click here and you have a cute little button to see the top 10 things to do if you're selling a house, right? The top 10 pitfalls if you're buying a house, right? Or, the top 10 pitfalls if you're not using an agent, right? So again, what is it that you want people to do? Why do you want people to come to you, right? So again, you can have really creative license to put things in here, again, that are powerful and emotional. Yes, I want your, again, product service offer now. This would be, again, for a text. But again, there is a way you can incorporate this into your video. I've heard so many people come to tell me that, boy, before they worked with me, they were like this, and now they're like this. So if you want this too, reach out to me today. Or, so again, all of these you can really segue into speaking it in your video. Get instant access now, right? So again, this could be text or in your video. If it's a video, it's just like, if you want instant access to my guide on, the top 10 things not to do, or whatever it is that you're giving away, or whatever it is you're doing, get instant access now. At the end of this video, reach out to me and send me an email, or, again, whatever it is that you want them to do. Again, for some of you that have a product, I'm not assuming everybody is a realtor. Like for me, I have an executive presence program. So I could say, add, the executive presence program to my cart now. So this is, I do my little video extolling the virtues of working with me. And if you want it, add it to my cart now. Get 20% off when you order today. This could be for ads like in Facebook, or again, when you're emailing it. This could be for your mailer, because again, you could say, get your order today, go to this website. Again, if you're saying it in your video, reach out to me and find out how you can get 20% off today. Right? Or some realtors like, let me show you how to save, like I'll give you a, I don't know, 50% discount on staging your home, right? Whatever you want to do to make it tangible, you can offer these up in your video. I don't know if there's regulations on what you can do in the real estate industry, so you want to keep that in mind. Again, become a better home buyer. Reach out to me now. Become a more savvy home seller. Reach out to me now. For me, become a better speaker, a better presenter. Insert the name of your product if you have a name. Reach out to me now. But again, you want to make it, like it's the new year, right? Take advantage. It's a new year. Get going right now. You don't want to go, oh, reach out to me in the next quarter. And, we may be kind of sort of talking, right? So you want to make it the sense of urgency.
What about the word please, Doris? I see that a lot, and it kind of, it makes me cringe a little bit. It's like you're pleading for something. I think I see that a lot, and I
Right.
try to steer people away from using the word please.
Right. Please and help, right? Because they're both really passive. And to your point, please, well, to me, if more people said please, the world would be a better place, right? But again, these are short, clear, crisp statements in your marketing video. So there is no please about it, because you're creating a declaration of your competence and your ability to get people what they want, right? So again, there's a time for please, and this is not that time, right? You're stepping into being the expert that these people need right now, right? So yeah, I totally agree. Please is not the place for this statement. And the other thing is, if you want to sign up, or if you're interested, hit the button, right? No, it's not if you're interested. It's, oh my God, you don't waste another day, sign up now. There is no if you're interested, because that word if, even though it's only 2 letters, is like one of the most deadly words in the English language when you're trying to get somebody to do something, because it introduces doubt, right? It's like, if you want to, oh, well, maybe I don't want to. Right? So again, you don't want to introduce doubt at any time. So again, try not try. And again, I just did it. Don't use the word try if, please. It's like, these are declarations. Because again, if you don't have the conviction of what you're doing, people can sense that, and it gives them an out to not proceed. So the conviction in what you're doing is really paramount. Does anybody have any questions on what we just ran over before Andrew goes into what we're doing next time?
Thank you,
Do we
Doris.
want to have people send us some of their statements?
That would be great. Yeah, please do that. I mean, we had a couple of people that did that the last minute, which is fine. But if you have, like, you could go through them and you find some statements that you like, and maybe that you don't like, if they're long and they're long, send
Right.
them in anyway, because we will go through those.
Right.
And kind of try to help
Right.
you.
And again, don't self-edit, just send us something, right? And again, you don't know where to start until you start. So, please, and for Andrew and myself, please send him in this coming week. Don't wait till the day before, because then it doesn't give us enough time to really review it and come up with our awesome advice.
You
So
just said
again,
please, you're like, send them in this week.
send them in this week. Got it.
And
Thanks.
you know, the other thing
Thanks.
the other thing I will just say, like, is again, when you're writing these, write them to somebody, like write them with somebody in mind. Maybe there's a client that you're looking for. There may be somebody that you're really thinking about, you know, marketing to, or that type of buyer. Remember, just kind of speak to that one person. Start out with that one person instead of everybody, because it's really hard.
Right.
Do that. Just think that one person you're trying to market to.
Right.
Andrew, can you guys give a, this is Cindy Dominguez with Intero. Can you give an example of something that you would say about yourself that you can demonstrate all the experience, the skill? It's kind of overwhelming. So is there an example that you guys can say?
Sorry, I have to manage some kids who just run in.
Oh,
Awesome. So I will take that because I don't think he muted me. No, that's awesome. One of the things that I highly suggest that people don't do is say, I've been, you know, a real estate agent for over 20 years, or I have 30 years of experience, because anything that you do that ages you is not a good thing to do, in my opinion. Even though we all know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that there is no age discrimination. Yes, there is. And you don't want to invite people to think, to replace being experienced with being old, right? Especially with the millennials. If you're marketing to millennials, you know, you just don't want to do that. One of the cool things that you could do to show your experience, how many clients have you had? You know, if you've bought and sold 50 homes in the last 3 years, that's pretty cool, right? And again, anything that you can use to show your experience without saying or having people think about how old you are, right? That is what I encourage people to do. Yeah, so enough said on that. But yeah, that can be a good one. You know, I've worked with, you know, hundreds of clients. I've had 120 clients just in the 2020 alone, or, you know, whatever it is. If you've been working through, like you started before 2008 and you survived 2008, and you've survived COVID, that's another thing that you can do. It's like I've weathered these big storms. You know, I've seen it all. You know, something like that. Just think of unique, creative ways that you can speak to your experience in all types of markets is really good.
Top 5 questions is always a great one. The top 5 questions that I've been asked recently are this. So, you know, answering those questions are the top questions are probably on the person's mind too.
Right.
Sorry, I kind of got, I didn't get exactly the question you asked earlier, Cindy, but that is always a great way to make yourself an expert in people's eyes, is always kind of coming to them with the top things that you're hearing out there in the market.
Right.
It circumvents everything else. Now you're an expert in their mind.
Exactly.
You answer their question too, if you think that's on that person's mind, whether it's Prop 19, whether it's top, you know, how do you buy or sell in COVID, the COVID era? What are all the different things that you need to do? Those are the things that people want to hear from, and that just makes you an expert right away and above the rest.
Right. And the other thing, I always like this one because, like the gentleman that was speaking earlier, that's relatively new to the industry, in a way, it's like, so what? What is it? Is there anything that you are interested in that you would like to be known as the expert in? You may not be the expert yet, because if you're newer, you may not be the expert yet, but nobody really needs to know that. If you already have a lot of information that you can share. And like what Andrew was saying, you know, I get a lot of people asking me this, right? You may have had one person ask you that. Nobody needs to know that, right? I've had people asking me this all the time. And then you can start becoming the expert because you're the one talking about it. Like Prop 19, again, a lot of people are talking about that. If you're interested in self-driving cars, right? Um, how is that going to change real estate coming up, right? If you're interested in drones, the drone technology, how will that impact real estate? What is it that you're interested in? And you can start talking about that and becoming the subject matter expert in that, as well as your, defined career path in real estate. But
And
start
Nick,
talking about other things.
yeah, I think Nick too, like you said, you came from the tech industry. So there's a lot of benefits for you being in the tech industry because you understand how people are thinking from a tech perspective, how their working habits are, and then what their living habits are, where they want to live. And so you understand that about your audience. So, I mean, you could start out and try to emphasize, the understand tech people, which is basically Silicon
What the
Valley.
valley is,
And
right?
now all of a sudden you're kind of that person that can speak and kind of communicate it better
Right,
with that
right.
type of audience.
Yeah, coming from a tech background, I know what it's like to all of a sudden have to work from home, right?
Mhm.
And how is working from home shifting the real estate landscape, right? That's a really good one. And again, you're already the expert because you're taking your expertise of your background with you, not necessarily the expertise of what you're doing now. But again, nobody needs to know that, right?
Yeah, and just to close it out, if you are doing video marketing for your business, you're in the top, 5 to 10% of the entire kind of industry. And now all of a sudden you're making yourself an expert in certain areas, you're now an expert there. So,
Right. I love that. I always love people who just think outside the box into other territories.
yeah. Cool. So we'll close it out. The next session, we're going to kind of move on transitions. So we're learning a lot just on opening statements, call to actions, about me, and kind of communicating effectively to your audience. But how do you kind of bring everything together? And I think the transitions from a kind of about me, kind of engaging your audience, then making it a call to action. We see a lot of people having that problem making that change transition. So we're going to talk about that and kind of bring a lot of this stuff together.
Right. Awesome. Hope you guys
Okay,
had a
we're
great
done.
time. Yeah. Send us
you,
your
everyone.
statements to review early. See, I didn't say please this time.
If you'd like to send your statements, no, send your statements in this week so we can get back to you and refer to them next week. And we didn't bring up people who did put their statements in there. We didn't bring them up so they could, they knew who they were that brought their statements. So we'll put you on the spot if you want, but if not, we're good to go. All right. Thanks everyone. Have a wonderful week and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care.
Enjoy your holiday.
Thank
Happy
you.
holiday.
Thank
Bye, guys.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.